Hi, I'm with the amazing Chris Clark, not only one of my past private clients, but also a great friend of mine. And Chris is the founder and creator of what you see behind him, the amazing Phone Hook, which is one of those projects that he created uh, literally through the coaching program, but also is the life that you have, Chris. And you are the inaugural first interview for Stories of Inspiration through Action Heroes Incorporated. So you're an action hero. You know, tell me about it. Where did you, because remind me, where did you first get started when I first met you? Where was your life in those days?
Man, I hit the bottom. I literally had 3 grand in my bank account. I had rent to pay, bond to set up because I was moving somewhere up because I've been living with my dad. Um, I just literally gone, what the hell am I going to do? And I got introduced to you from a previous relationship where I literally emptied my bank account out through. And I sent you an email and said, will you coach me?
Yep. And so, you were substantially down financially. Not only did you only have $3,000 in the bank, you were substantially down
Yeah.
from investment that you made.
Yep.
So would you mind sharing close to that? I mean, you don't have to, I don't get too many personal details, but
Yep. I invested $300,000 out,
yep.
and I watched it sail away very quickly.
There you go. And yeah, and Chris, it's funny because the part of the conversation I always love with you is that you didn't even really sign up for the Life Success Club. Your partner in those days did, and that relationship had ended. But you had called up to say, "Hey, I've been the one listening to it. Can I get access to it?" So that you asked for help, and you
Yeah,
asked for something that you could have got shot down in, but you took your shot to ask for help. And
yeah.
obviously, I said,
You said, yeah.
"Yep,
You were great. You said, yep, keep doing it. Like, here's the password. Keep going.
yeah, nice."
And that triggered the fact that then I came back to you going, Kurek, will you coach me?
Yeah.
And you emailed me back.
Board, you took immediate action because I remember you saying to me, Kurek, I realized that if I don't do this now, I'm in real trouble. I'm in deep trouble.
Correct. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I literally, I couldn't see a way out. Um, you bust your gut for years putting all this savings together, and within one decision, it's gone. And you just think, what am I going to do? How do I get out of this? And the mind is just literally just caving in on you. You
Yep.
just, and your ability to see clearly, your ability to actually see a way forward, you don't. you
So
just, yeah.
where are you today?
Oh, today I'm surrounded in a beautiful home. I've
On
got
the Sunshine Coast.
on the Sunshine Coast, yep, and love living here. And I've successfully delivered on some of these dreams. I've got, well, I came to you during the process of coaching, and I put up a lot of pictures. I put up where I want to go, and sitting in the garage is the R8. Had the boat literally gone off and kited in tropical islands. Those things, where I am today, is I've done them and I'm experiencing them. And you couldn't compare to the fact that there you were sitting with nothing, what the hell am I going to do, to taking one decision and go, I've got to take action and get Kurek to coach me.
Yep. So you have two cars in a garage, including that
Yep.
amazing Audi that looks like right out of a James Bond movie.
Yes.
You have a beautiful house on the Sunshine Coast with a pool in your front of the
Yep.
house.
Yep.
Right? Jet ski, jet skis. You've been around the world doing your kite surfing.
Yep.
Also, through the coaching, something happened with that $300,000 investment. What happened to it?
Well, during the coaching, you managed to actually, you focused me on letting it go. And you said, put your energy elsewhere, put your energy to move forward. But during that, a proportion of it came back because you took my energy away from it, and you allowed me to actually forgive and let go, and it was forgiving myself, and the energy brought it back.
Yeah, great. I love hearing this, Chris. It is very inspirational because I get the best job in the world. I get to see where you start, and then what happens to a person and to see the results, because it really couldn't happen to a nicer guy. You're such a lovely guy, and you're kind to everybody, and yet we all have places in our life where we need to work on ourselves to take us to the next level. So let me ask you, Chris, is with all the results that you've produced and continue to produce, what was the one key thing that you got? Now, I know you learned a lot, but what's the one key thing that you learned that made the massive positive change in your life?
Kurek, I have a lot of your sayings as right behind you, and certainly like using them, yes. But the one that struck for me was be, do, have.
So
And
be the person that would do
yep,
the thing that will
yep,
produce the result or having the result.
1,000%. And it's just crazy, it clicked in, and it's still today is literally the shining light.
Yeah, and so why was that such a big moment for you, Chris? Well, I mean, because I get it and I understand it. It's for everybody watching this, conversation that we're having right now, is why was that so valuable for you? What made the big difference in the be, do, have model?
A lot of the times in life, I've been very good at a career and very good at being what I did in my career. And personally, I felt worthy in that, but I didn't feel worthy personally. And when it struck, and it did take a while, and this is while the coaching goes on for 12 months. So when you get to that point and realize being that you actually already are, and your self-love and your self-respect and realizing the amazing person and the human being you are, that is absolutely the first step. It's literally picture inside yourself and see it, that you're already there, and start living that way. We think it's the physical object on the outside that's going to make us be. No, it's not. It's physically inside that makes us be. And when you start emulating that way, that the actual doing then comes. But we always think of these things where, when, if, okay, if I win Godla, when I do this, it's like, no, stop that. Just be. And it took a lot of effort to just stand there and go be. And Kurek would give me these things and the exercises in front of the mirror and make you look at yourself. And, you really got to confront yourself and to get that and grab that B. And that was that first step.
Yep. So instead of waiting for the result to be the person, like, so once I lose the weight, then I'll be healthy, is be the healthy person now, because the healthy person who identifies themselves as a healthy person automatically starts doing things that a healthy person would do, which will produce the result of having the physical manifestation of health. And same with wealth, is be the wealthy person now, because then you'll act wealthy, and when you act wealthy, you'll produce real tangible wealth in your life. And Chris, I've watched the transformation. I've watched how solid you are with it these days, and now one of the other wonderful side benefits from it is I watch you passing it on to everybody that you come in contact with who's looking for some kind of guidance or help or inspiration, and you're so versed in it now because you've not only done it yourself, but because you're so consistent with it.
Correct. Yeah, it is absolutely consistent. I'll give you my goal for the last year. It was to do bodybuilding, and they did videos before and they did videos at the end, and it was literally a mindset. If I added my I am statements to it and literally went through that process. So when we talk about goals, sometimes they don't have to be what I've shown you in a picture. It was just physically how I wanted to be. In that it supports basically everything I do in life, my kite surfing, or just feeling myself. And it was fantastic to go, and see the results, because the mind was in it. And, people think about that it's all about the weightlifting and the heavier and extra. Honestly, a lot of it was actually in the mind and how you were thinking. And, that was fantastic to actually see that play out in that scenario. Because it was literally going in there and starting off being I am doing weights, I am a bodybuilder, and taking that journey on there, and it actually played out.
Yep.
Now, Kurek would know, like I've seen the video, you know, the difference in then seeing it later, I know in my clothing, but, you know, it was transformational.
Yep.
So, and I didn't do crazy diets. I didn't have to upset my life greatly. It was just consistent investment. And what was one of the other things Kurek talks about? It's not taking major leaps. It's consistently doing something in minor steps every single day.
Being consistent.
Yep.
Yes, great. Thanks, Chris, for this conversation today. Very inspirational, certainly a story of inspiration. And you are truly an action hero because you take action to change your life. And that's why you're part of Action Heroes Incorporated. So thanks so much. And we're going to put this live for everybody to watch and view, but also there are some really key nuggets in here, and I really appreciate it.
Excellent, Kurek. Great to talk to you always.
Yeah, man. Have a most outstanding day.
You too. Cheers.